so that you can, I'll put this and you'll be able to access this just in case you need help with it. All right, so just real quick here, what we're reviewing for this part of the lesson is some of the connectors, and we're looking at me means with, ya means for, apo means from, and se means in. And so far, we've practiced the me. Εγώ παίζω με την φίλη μου. We're also, this is fun, we also get to practice this part, the changing it to match the masculine or the feminine. So not only are we learning this, the me, connecting that, but we're also practicing. So εγώ παίζω με την φίλη μου, or if it's masculine, if your friend is a boy, it would be εγώ παίζω με τον φίλο μου. Okay? For ya, τα παπούτσια είναι για τον Κώστα. So that's how we use the word ya, τον Κώστα. And then we changed it so that we can see, well, what's it going to be like if it's a girl. So that's where we are right now. Τα παπούτσια είναι για την Maria. So that changes to the feminine. Okay, so let's keep going. The next one that we're going to write down is apo. Okay, so apo. And here's where I'm going to split my screen again so that I can see the example and you guys can also see the example. One more here. And I'm going to add a page. All right, so here we are. For this example, we're using apo, so we want to say from. Apo is from. So, yes?
How would you say, like, I gave?
Έδωσα?
Yeah. You could say έδωσα and, or no, how do you say, no. How do you say, like, I got?
Pira? Like I got pira?
So, like, you could say pira or mi adoro.
And adoro,
right?
yep.
And adoro apo din Alexandra or something.
Sure, pira and adoro apo. Good, I love that. Okay, thank you. Okay, pira. We're using our little past tense here. And adoro. Apo. I'm going to go with Kiyayamu. And guess what we're going to do now? We're going to change it to, if you got it, go ahead.
Make it masculine?
Yeah. So let's do it. How do we say from my papu? Or my baba?
Apoton papu or apoton babamu.
Perfect. All right, guys. So you see that little transfer there. So we practice both things. I love that we're getting to practice ton a little bit here. How's everybody doing? Pacing is okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Awesome. Okay, so now the last one we're going to do is se. Because it's like, how do you say, in an hour or in a few minutes or in the building, So we'll do a couple examples here. So let's see.
So it would be like se meia hora.
Yeah, that would be the nice basic example, and I love that. So I just want to try to change my screen here. Hold on one second. So plus, and I want this to be next to this, so I have a space to write. Okay, so yeah, so with the example being, yep, and you can transfer it right here. Se mia hora faime. We're just going to use this example. And I'm writing it too because I know you guys have to write it. Sto spiti. So that's one example. Now let's say instead of sto spiti, let's change that to church. Se mia hora faime to church. What do you guys think? How do you say church? Do we remember?
I'm not sure.
Ecclesia. So what do we do to the sto? Because it's not going to be sto ecclesia.
Steen.
That's right. So we just match it up. Stin ecclesia. Okay. Awesome. Great practice. And you know, if you're writing all this down in your notebook, it's fantastic. You'll have these notes for yourself. Oops. So now I'm going to go to the next thing so you guys can do a little bit more practice here. Okay. So, and this is where the sto and the steam come in. So we actually already started this. So we have here, and you don't have to write this down right now. I'll tell you guys what you can write. To pedi pesi ston kipo. Okay, so when you have se, so this is the in, right? You have in and ton, it's stone. Or steen. So that means, you know, where, that's the where. And it depends on if it's masculine or feminine. So kipo, or if it's the not masculine or feminine, but if it's hold on. So it's okipos, so it would be stone. Okay? So this is from okipos, so it's gonna be stone. Okos tastroi stin taverna. Taverna is actually feminine, so that's why it's going to be stin. And then imestografio, this is because this is tografio. Okay, so that's how you know if it's ston, stin, or sto. Okay, so we could write this in our notebooks. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to write it too. So this is what we're going to transfer to our notebook so that we have it. Oops. Where's my paper? Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is this is what we should title our notes. When to use sto, ston, or steen. Okay, that's what we're trying to do here. We want to learn and understand when are we supposed to use sto, ston, or steen. Okay, so it has to match with the feminine or the masculine of whatever you're talking about. So, for example, And we did some of these examples already. Το παιδί παίζει. Oops. Το παιδί παίζει. Just like in American school when you guys have to take notes, huh? Το παιδί παίζει στον κήπο. Because this is ο κήπος. That's why it's ston. That's how you know it's got to be ston. Okay, because it's got to match with ο κήπος. And that's, so it would be το παιδί παίζει στον δρόμο because it's ο δρόμος. Okay, I think I'm going to write that example down too, just so that you remember. So it would be, okay, I really need this to work here. Okay, ο δρόμος. So it would be το παιδί παίζει στο δρόμο, which is not a good idea. Kid plays in the street is not a good idea. Okay, so it would be στον δρόμο. All right, you guys? So now let's do when to use στην. So for στην, the example from the text is ο Κώστας τρώει στην ταβέρνα. So it's because, again, that is the feminine. Verna would be στην, right? So another example would be, how do you say kitchen in Greek? Do you guys know? Cousina. Στην cousina. So because, again, that is the feminine, it's going to be στην cousina. See that match? Okay, so again, we're just trying to make better, stronger sentences. That's the whole purpose of this. And then the last one is I am in the office. So we're going to do a couple of these. So if it's when do we use sto, okay, to say where I am, we would say είμαι στο γραφείο. That would be office. Gραφείο. Okay, so it's again, and that's because it's to. All right, so it's like you're adding se and to, and you get sto. Okay, and up here you're adding se and t, and you're getting stin. Okay, that's how this goes. So another example, είμαι στο γραφείο. You could say είμαι, so στο γραφείο. You could say είμαι στο σχολείο, and that's how you know you have to use στο, okay? Στο σχολείο. Okay, how are you doing? Are we okay?
Yep.
Cool. So in this part now, we practice. And then this is these are really great examples. All right, like I told you, I'm recording this, so you'll have these examples to use too when it's time to practice yours. So, πάνω σε to trapezi would be panos to trapezi. So you add the se and the to, and you get sto. Dipla se tin porta would be dipla stin porta. Okay. Mesa se to spiti would be mesa sto spiti. As you add the se and the to. Anamesa se tus matites. Of course, they have to throw a tricky one in here. Anamesa tus matites, between them, because that's plural. I love how they do that. They don't mention that anywhere, and then all of a sudden, bam, they just throw that in there. All right, kato apo to trapezi. Kato apo to trapezi. Brosta apo ton pinaka. Piso apo to spiti. Exo apo την αίθουσα απέναντι από το ταχυδρόμο. Okay, so let's go here now to our examples. Okay, so I'm going to do this now. You guys have your notes, and I'm going to just ask you to practice. So in your notebook, all you need to write down is the answer. You don't have to write the whole sentence. I mean, I think it actually wouldn't be bad to write down maybe 2 of the examples so that you have them. Maybe you don't need to write all of the examples, but maybe you choose 2 examples to write down. Okay, so we are going to do just this piece right now. Okay, 1 through 8. And here you're deciding actually what we just practiced. So in this example, it says to spiti tu niku ine piso apo. We have to decide if it's din or don, okay, or to. So that's what you're deciding here. O Petros, okay, to spiti tu nico ine piso apo tin trapeza. So how do we get that? Well, it's I trapeza, so then it's apo tin trapeza. Okay, so that's all you have to write. O Petros meni me, would it be to, tin, or ton? It would be me, tin.
Wouldn't it be men?
What?
Never mind.
Yeah, it would be metin. Yep, you got it. Okay, so I want you guys to practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Decide, write down number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and do this exercise. And I'm just going to give you 5 or 6 minutes to do it, okay? Any questions on what you have to do? Here's what you have to take to decide if it's to, din, or to, okay? Okay, so o Petros meni metin aderfitu. We decide that it's din because it has to match the E. Okay, so it's din. Does anyone want to try number 2? You can do it if you want because I'm recording. Imitera. Oh, go ahead.
Would it meton?
So because it's to, I feel like all it is to leforio. Okay? Imitera piyeni me to leforio. Yeah, me to leforio. Because so it doesn't have to change actually, which is cool. Number 3. So this one is going to change a little bit. Anyone want to try number 3?
Dean?
Yeah, very good. Y Maria ine apo din Athena. Nice job. Sula, will you do number 4?
I got Don.
Beautiful. Oh, oopsies. Ta παιχνίδια είναι για τον Γιάννη. Yeah, για τον Γιάννη, not για τον Γιάννης. So, για τον Γιάννη. Good job. Number 5. Mario, want to try 5?
I was really confused, so I didn't really get to 5. I only got to 3.
Okay, babe, no problem. Το γράμμα είναι για τον πατέρα. So we actually have to take off the ending, the S there for both of them. So it's don patera because it's o. So I feel like that's the match. So if it's o, it's don. If it's e, it's din. And if it's do, it's do. All right, cool. Number 6. You got, go ahead.
This one, with this one, so η γάτα είναι κάτω από την καρέκλα.
Yep, so we would say tin. Good. Από την καρέκλα. Okay, and then number 7, το ταχυδρομείο είναι απέναντι από, do we change this?
No.
No. Good, it's just simple. We don't change this one. Από το φαρμακείο. So now guys, when I have this book here, it's not ton. I'm going to change it right now. I had this book and the only one I had was Sophia's copy, so I'm changing it so it's correct. Okay, so it's to farmacείο. And then number 8, what do we do to number 8? Go ahead.
Dean?
Yeah, very good. Iskupa ine
Bitin?
exo. Very good, it absolutely is. Iskupa ine exo από την porta. Great, 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 great. Okay. I want to practice the next ones here, but I know you guys probably need a break because you've been on for an hour. Can we take a short break this time because we're going to be done? Remember I told you we're going to be done at 11? Can we just take a 5-minute break? Can you guys come back at 10:36? Come back at 10:36. Go get something to drink. Go get some water, some juice or something, milk. Come back, okay?
What time does
10:36.
normally end?
We end at 11:30, remember?
Oh, that's okay. That's the normal.
Yeah, but your Valentine's Day gift is we're done at 11 today.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you in a couple minutes. Hold on, Mommy.